Good morning, everyone. My mic was muted the whole time. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello to London, Galaxy Perfect, Sato, Ninko, Joshua, Bonnie, JP Hall. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I was muted, as you could definitely tell. I can't believe I didn't even realize that. That's hilarious. So it looks like everything is going according to plan. I'm going to actually test real quick if I click record right now, if that messes things up. Because last time the stream was having to do that. Portugal player, welcome to the stream. And thank you to everyone who's coming out today. I know there's plenty of people streaming this morning, and that you have a choice between any of them. And I wanted to say thank you for choosing to watch with me. Real quick, if I click record right now, let's see. That messes things up. The stream caught up to what I was talking about, and yeah, so it started lagging out. Player, welcome to the... So I'm probably not going to record it, which sounds crazy enough, but I'm just going to let the YouTube replay do it. Also, this tangled mess is what we're dealing with this morning. Anyways, I can't believe this is the final newcomer. I mean, we still definitely have more than that newcomer coming down the pipeline, which is great. Oh, actually, we should probably go live with this. Actually, let's just refresh it for good old sake. Yes, there we go. First of all, I said, you get Kate Walker from Siberia. No, I don't think... Oh, hello, Michelle. Welcome to the stream. I think it's going to be a video game character, of course. I think it's so exciting that... I mean, this is kind of actually making sense how things are going. Consider we had the Pokemon Direct last week. We have this week. And actually, I'm more than willing about that actually we're going to be getting a full-blown Nintendo Direct to tomorrow. But next week. And I think the strategy there is because Pokemon really only always has its own Direct. They kind of always do their own thing. Then if they didn't immediately follow up with a regular Nintendo Direct, what's going to be on everyone's mind? Literally just this. So I think it's kind of smart just to get it out of the way immediately and just have that, you know, so then it's like, okay, you're going into this, you're going to get your Smash reveal, so then next week, if and when we do our regular Nintendo Direct, no one will be going with the Smash expectations because we already got all the Smash news we're ever going to need. Dory says, yeah, do you see our already show it that you wanted to show? Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at that, but I did see that they already showed off what they're already showing off. I guess I could try to pull it up. I guess we got some time. I never had a chance to look at it. If I can pull it up. Oops, that's me tweeting, not searching. Oh my gosh, that is the most funny thing I've... Okay, so it's, Special Edition Switch. Is that right? Changed styles. Something about freestyle. Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people thought it just like lined up perfectly with what they were saying about having Dante coming into Smash. I never really thought that was the case, honestly, just because it felt too perfect. I mean, like they can't just like, especially with a company saying, "Oh, stay tuned for announcement." Like they're not gonna allude to the final fighter if they are it. You know, whoever it is, whatever company or character it comes from, there's no way that they're gonna tweet out the 2 days before and say, "Hey, keep an eye out for the Direct coming out." Like, then there's no surprise there. JP Paul says, I would just like to say, whoever Sakurai adds, I'm going to be grateful because he's worked so hard as CC for a year. Yes, absolutely. Honestly, I know a lot of people are asking, like, who do you want? Who do you... I mean, I'm kind of at a point where with Ultimate, I've gotten every character I've ever asked for. The only character I've ever always wanted is Paper Mario, except he's never really going to make it in as DLC, and I never expect him to make it in as DLC. And I'm kind of fine with that because all the characters we've been getting instead are indefinitely more exciting anyways. So releases Bearded Jammer back for now. Anyways, I don't know. I might keep it. I might keep like a short one or something rather than like a full like long one again. I don't know. I haven't really decided. But yes, over the holidays, this came in. I will... Actually, there's one character I think I would be specifically not excited about, and that would be a Fortnite character. I don't think anyone from Fortnite deserves to be in Smash. Even though I know they're popular, I know it's on a Nintendo console, but it just doesn't feel like a Nintendo character. I'm sorry. It's just, and I think a lot of you can agree with me on that, but I really don't feel that that's what we're going to be getting here anyways. But I would say, I know this is contrary to actually a lot of people's opinions, but I think if they did a Minecraft character, it would be pretty insane. But the thing is, I don't think it's likely as a full-blown character. I think Steve would make more sense as just a Mii Fighter costume, in my personal opinion. Maybe like a creeper hat costume as well or something. I really don't see... Oh, hi, Emmett. Welcome to the stream. Yoshi Rat Gaming. 2 minutes left. Let's go! Portugal says, do you think old Lara Croft could be announced? That'd be cool. I think that's someone that's kind of always been on my radar as like characters to suggest. But at the same time, it's like, how do you make her unique besides just being like a combat chick? I mean, really, like what does she offer new to the table? Anyways, I don't know. Whoever it's gonna be, I hope it's just something really creative and new to the table. I hope it owns up to the hype of being the final fighter, because Sakurai kind of put himself in a weird pickle when he started off the Fighter Pass saying, hey, Joker is where we can start. Like, this is like the launching point. And so he kind of put himself in a little bit of a situation where, all eyes have been on him and are on him. And let's put this underneath my shirt so that's not going freaking wild during the video. Yeah, do like I says, no Fortnite, please. Yeah. Oh, it's going. Oh, it's going. There's my guy! Sakurai!
From Sora Limited.
What perfect timing.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
So they're just gonna reveal trailer and then show them off.
Anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
I'm so glad it didn't leak. I'm so thankful it didn't leak.
Working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
My gosh.
So it won't be available right away. Please understand.
Wait, so it's gonna be coming out relatively soon then?
Many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?"
Dude, Sakurai, stop hyping it up, okay?
So let's all share in the fun of getting our hands.
Be something random. Be like Frogger or something.
However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
I appreciate that.
The fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly.
Oh my gosh, I'm like gonna explode. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna explode. I'm just like preparing. Okay, let's see. Let's see who we can figure it out. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay. Oh my! Oh no! A Fire Emblem 3. Is it a fire? No way. Is it a trick? It's definitely from Fire Emblem 3 Houses then. I can't believe the meme has come full circle. It has to be a fire. It's gotta be. I think it's Claude. It's gotta be Claude. Is it Solthis? It's not Byleth, or is it Byleth?
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap?
Dude, it's such a meme. The meme. Of course, the final character from Fire Emblem.
Within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be.
It's gonna be him like choose play to smash, right? Is it the character right on screen? I mean, probably.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die.
Of course, they're gonna bring in another Fire Emblem rep. It's like that's so Sakurai of him. Or is this just a giant ruse that has nothing to do with the DLC trailer? Yeah, there it is. That was kind of anticlimactic in a way.
Already. What in the world are you waiting for?
A lot of people are upset in the chat, in the official stream chat. Yeah! I think I'm excited.
Consumes even the darkness itself.
Wow. So let's see. Is it a different play? Oh, hey, wait, we got a Three Houses stage. Hey, look, there's our team. So I'm looking to see how is this character gonna play. So far, everything looks quite unique, considering the sword's like weird whippy length. But they did kind of make fun of the fact that there's like tons of swordsmen.
So you return. And sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there?
Oh my gosh!
You wield the sword as well? What will you do?
There's my girl! Yes! Of course she's in.
So that is how you plan to win the day?
Just change change to the gender.
I'll reward your cleverness this time.
How does it do anything? Oh, wait, different weapons?
How is this?
Interesting. Wait. Can you switch weapons? Oh, that's cool. Byleth recruits Byleth. That's amazing. Wait, so they're not two characters. There better not be. He's just like blown away at this. No, so
you should be able to handle the heroes.
okay, so that's what I was thinking. Like, I bet you smash attacks are the different weapons.
Arid fire, strike with superior reach.
Looks like the aerials is a lot of that. Yeah, and then there's the axe. Dude, those hit hard.
Speed of fail not.
It's weird to see a Fire Emblem character using a bow because we're so used to them, you know, not.
Sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Oh, that's cool. I'm happy. I'm happy they're in the game. I loved Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I loved, like, beyond, like, one of the house leaders, the main character obviously makes the most sense. And final smash!
Both sides of time are revealed. Through smash.
Oh, that's it?
Show the world.
That's cool. You know what? I think I'm kind of shocked, because the fact that they actually just pulled a 2014 Sakurai on him and throwing another Fire Emblem character in as DLC, and he like sets up his office. That's hilarious. I can't believe people were excited and thinking it was gonna be Dante.
Yes, there you have it.
That is the
Fire
most
Emblem Three
Sakurai
Houses
ruse
joining the
I've
battle.
ever seen in my life.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new.
Oh my gosh,
Even
it's
so,
hilarious.
You'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros.
Ever says, bro, they just Fire Emblem,
This release is
Fire
planned for
Emblem
January
us.
28th.
I
You'll
know.
have instant access if you have the
That's
Super Smash Bros.
hilarious.
Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
I can't believe that happened either.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off,
Why are they
what
doing
is
this?
Fire Emblem?
Why are they doing this?
It's really hard to
Why are they
pronounce
asking
exactly.
us what Fire Emblem
The
is? We
producers
know,
said it's
Sakurai.
okay
It's
to say
it's
Fire
basically
Emblem.
the crossover series
But
of
when writing
Smash.
it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Wait, did he mess up? He must have messed
The
up at some
series'
point.
first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
I do appreciate the Sakurai history
Pioneer in
lesson,
the genre
but
of
I think
tactical
the
role-playing.
literal
You
joke
might be
that
wondering what
there's
makes
too
it
many
different
Fire
from
Emblem
Fire
characters
Emblem.
was in the reveal trailer,
Well,
and
it's
there's too many
tactical in that it
swordsmen
simulates
in the
combat.
reveal trailer. Like,
You can think of it as moving
Why do you
pieces
do
in a
it?
board game. Or in
I
other
guess
words,
just
a game
because
in which
Sakurai's a
your
big Fire Emblem
advanced
fan,
cross play
and
in battle.
at the same time, this character at least looks unique compared to the rest of the Fire Emblem cast yet again. It's another non-Crom, I mean, it's another blue-hair protagonist. But that's to be expected, because that's just the series in general.
But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role.
But I think Byleth looks pretty different. A lot of it, actually, I don't think I saw any of the attacks where I'm like, oh, that's just Marth again. Plus, when you watch,
characters permanently
if you watched Cloud, a lot of his attacks were recycled when they first showed him up. I thought this character's moveset so far looks pretty unique, and especially because you can use the different weapons. That's something I kind of always wanted to see in a Fire Emblem character, like use something that's not a sword, and we're finally seeing that here.
Use them again.
Anyways, I'm talking over Sakurai here as he's going. That's hilarious that it's the last character with Fire Emblem.
Concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode.
And it says if they're gonna do a first-party sword fight, I would have preferred Rex, but this is fine. Dude, I would have never. I think honestly, what subverted my expectations the most is the fact that it was a first-party character as the final DLC fighter. That they set up. If you make it feel like every character was a big third-party reveal, and then they announce a big first-party reveal. I mean, there is more DLC coming, like they said. And I think we'll get into that probably at the end of the trailer here.
It's their down special.
Wow.
There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn.
That's interesting. The original counter.
Next comes your turn.
But now everyone has it. Even Palutena.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
It's probably like the #1 selling. It's like I'll probably beat an Awakening at this
17
point.
games? There are that many?
Which means we need one fighter from each.
In the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
You gotta say all of them.
I'll give it a try.
I know some of them, like Shadow. Oh, he's going too fast. Genealogy, Holy War, Tharsa 776, Binding Blade, Rising. Oh God, how does he know all these?
There you go, 17.
Dude, he killed it. Then he did. Oh, that's where that's from. Three Houses. Well,
So you saw
the
how
meme
I was
came
counting
from.
in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here, and you get 1.
Why?
You get 2.
I don't get this
Then
part.
2 plus 1 equals 3. So
Why are we learning
this
how
is
to
4,
part
5,
binary with
6,
Sakurai
7,
here?
8. And then you get 16. Add 1, and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
Dude, it was a code all
You
along.
can actually count up to 31 on one
This
hand.
was a code for 17, as in 17 games. Oh my gosh, we would have never. Dude, if there was some stealth on Twitter that figured it out, and it's like he's just trolling now.
If you've
I
been
know.
counting the knots in
I
the
know.
Tommy mat, you could always give it a go.
Anyways, let's see the fighter
What
in
is
game.
Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Or not. Let's see Fire Emblem Three
In
Houses.
Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Byleth, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth.
Oh, it's Byleth? I thought it was
becomes a
Lilith.
professor who ends up leading one of 3.
I mean, my character was named Jamat, so there's not much I
Once
can
you've
do.
chosen them, you guide them through their school life, and well, you end up fighting the other houses.
Yeah, it's a
After certain
fantastic
incident,
game.
5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
Spoilers, dude, right in the trailer.
To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release.
Oh, so he's that good. He played the game
I've done same
before
thing
it came
before,
out.
With The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
He did it with Breath of the Wild too?
Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
What a
For
cute
that
guy.
title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first
Saw
time,
the ending.
I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Oh wait, in Breath of the Wild?
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
No kidding, because
And
you
of
only
course,
really
there
know.
weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
Yeah, you can only really figure out what team you're on. That's kind of the other thing about like why it had to be the
The
protagonist.
game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each.
Because
is
each
very different.
each character gets like a shining role in
Your
each
experience
different
will vary
campaign, you
depending on
know?
the route
Yeah,
you
exactly.
choose.
The experience is
Many of
totally
the
different from
characters
player to player.
will adopt
So
different
while like
roles in the
I have a
story.
lot of person with Claude,
I'll
some
try
people
to
may
avoid
have never even
spoilers
played
when I'm
Golden
talking
Deer.
about the
You know, so
fight.
it'd be kind of weird
I
if
hope
they
you
just.
understand.
And besides, a just bow user would be a little weird for
Before
Smash.
my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance.
Dude, please tell me
This
this is
time,
right
we
after
have to
Terry.
account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's
Oh,
release.
I thought he's gonna
Right
pull
now,
back the
it's
poster and be
actually
like,
November.
Terry's poster is still up.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
I think would be really hype is if
There you
after
go.
this they show off the next fighter too, or something. I mean, I hope that he like alludes to what's gonna be the process going forward, how many fighters to expect,
this is
or
our
if
new
it's just
fighter,
gonna be
Byleth.
piecemeal. So it's probably gonna be a traveling stage, right?
Sadly,
It's
they're
weird
lacking in
seeing like a
mobility.
full
It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them.
like 3D
Those are not
render
their
of the
strong
character.
point
It's not like
either. Their
within
grab
the
lacks range.
stylized
Actually,
like
you could
outlined.
say that they're distance demon.
Oh, this is like another
The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction. you
Castlevania
input
character,
with the stick.
basically.
Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
They're all
They
super
look like
slow.
bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
I feel like it has pretty good range. They all are pretty slow attacks.
For dash attacks and other moves.
Oh my gosh, that's slow.
For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
It does pull people off the ground,
their
probably
up
not
air
from
attack.
behind.
They'll wave the whip sword overhead.
The hitbox is massive, dude.
The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do
Oh, it's a
things
tether
like
up
this.
B? Oh!
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Oh my gosh, people are gonna abuse that to
he has
death.
awful things like this.
No!
Said, you'll launch opponents upward
Don't
until their
do
damage
that.
reaches a certain percentage.
That's his bread and butter combo. It's just up B combos.
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Of course. I'm like the worst at
So, that's
tether
the
recoveries, but that's
Now, for the
hilarious.
sideways inputs. This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have
Oh,
a
he
long
uses,
reach,
okay.
like so.
It comes out relatively quick, I think.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
He uses pro controllers, my guy.
If Byleth does
4
the same
pro
thing,
controllers.
you win out, so you should be able to beat it.
So he's got the range.
Next, the side smash attack. This
I guess
also
more
has a
range than
long
Marth
range.
anyways.
It'll connect even from here.
Marth's got like a freaking like 2-inch sword in this game, I swear.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Cool. Dude, there's so
If
many
you
people
knock
just
an
like
opponent down,
freaking out
the
in
side
this
attack won't hit
stream chat,
unless you add a
like
downward tilt
upset.
into them.
What did you guys get yourself into? This is Sakurai we're dealing with. Of course he's gonna
By the
add
way,
another
the
Fire
tip of the
Emblem rep.
lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much
Just
damage.
I would have
and it
preferred one of
won't
the champion
launch
leaders
far.
from this house, even though I never
That's
played
why,
Three
as a
Houses.
rule,
Well, here's the thing, is like, I think that's what he touched on earlier, is like, while those characters are really like important in the story of
the
Fire
side
Emblem,
special
like,
move.
there are plenty of players who may have never interacted with them, so they're not really the star of the
Byleth
show at
will
the end of the
simply
day.
swing the lance like this, but again, it is excellent reach.
Because, like I said, if I
example,
choose Golden
even when your
Deer
opponent
and
is
Claude's
at
my
this
guy,
distance,
and you
it'll still
play, let's say you've played through the game, you can play through the game 3 times before ever even going in Claude's house. You can do like a playthrough of a specific
smash
house
attack
twice
charge
without
forward,
spoilers, and then one of the other remaining house before you ever even touch the Golden Deer house.
But
And
as you'd expect,
you can get a ton of, you know what I mean? Like, and the same goes for the other protagonists as well. Like, you can play their stories much more before, I don't know. So it kind of had to be Byleth or whatever
Returning
the
to
name
side
is
air
at the end of the
attacks
day.
from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
I do appreciate that it's not just another
this
sword, or
complements
it's
it well.
not just like mechanics around the sword
Although
whip.
you'll be
It's like
vulnerable when you
more
lance.
different weapons from the series, because that was what's kind of
Now,
cool
for
about
the
the
downward
relic
inputs.
weapons in that game. Is anyone
these,
can use
Byleth
them.
will use
Even
an axe
it's
called Emir.
certain characters maybe have like a benefit of using it who have
It's
the same
named after a
crest,
weapon that appears
on like a
in
HP
Garreg
regen or like a
First, the
a
down air
buffed
attack.
critical rate or something,
really
you know.
is
But
strong.
anyone can use them. That's what's kind of cool. And the fact that like
You can
Byleth
try
is
for
just
a
like
meteor effect with
this
attack.
crazy protagonist
the down
with like
smash attack.
all of the fancy weapons is like very accurate to Fire Emblem Three
As you can
Houses.
see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike.
So I missed
a
what
bold
made
move,
them use
similar to the
the
Falcon.
axe. I think it
But
was
here's
just
what
smash
makes it different.
attacks or to down B
When readying the move, there's a
or
super
down B and
armor,
down aerial. Nice.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage.
That was sick. You know people are gonna be doing that at the side of the ledge, just like
Another
waiting the
notable
ledge trap
aspect
people
is
like
It
that.
lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Sakurai, why are you giving? You're
Also,
giving
you
them
can turn around during
ammunition.
the move. The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
That'll be perfect when people roll behind you.
Even
Gotta
though
read
it
that
can be
quick,
hard
though.
to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
He took them both on one hit.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Is their grab a
It's as if the
tether?
quaking of the ground
Tether
launches
grab? We'll see.
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series.
Because they can
you'll
counter
just
it.
get loads of counters.
Yeah.
It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the move.
Like 6 a.m. hit me now.
The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few.
So is it a
neutral
traveling
moves.
stage, or is it just
You've got the
randomly
neutral
pick
air
an
attack.
area from
This
the
attack is similar to a
mansion?
move of Pitts and other fighters like him.
Oh
It
god,
lets you
that
spin
barely
your weapon
hits. It must be just the dev build. Like, what the heck? He was
It's
right
also
next to him, it
easy
didn't
to
hit.
create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty
It's
straightforward,
crazy to
right?
think this is the first character
But there are
not
a few
Link
noteworthy
using a
aspects
bow.
to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed.
Oh, so you can't
It's also
you
very
can't release a non-fully charged arrow?
That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
That's interesting.
You can also change direction while in
It
the
does make it
stance.
harder to launch him off, obviously,
works
because
up
you actually
until this
have to get a
point,
full charge
but-
on every time.
If you keep holding the button, you'll unleash
Oh,
a powerful arrow that looks
No.
like a beam of light.
oh
You can
no!
perform this move by keeping the button held down.
How much damage
You
that
charge
did
up
that
power
do?
Like so. Charge a bit more, and then fire.
30.
But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other
That's
words, you're
insane.
committed
I
to
love it. It's so broken. It's
So
so
you see, A
good.
situation like this is pretty terrible.
Good point. Because once you're in it to win it.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do
That
anything,
killed him at 40. Can we talk about real
which
quick?
means it's quite the risky attack to use against
It is
fighters
pretty
who
telegraphed,
moves
so it's
to
like
deflect
you're
them.
not gonna get surprised by it.
always
However, if
just
you're coming
aim
back
to
from
trade,
stage and
as it
someone's
is,
doing that,
after
that's
all,
like
a
the
long
time to
way
do
through.
it.
Letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile.
Yeah, when they're off stage, dude, you can just
Byleth's
snipe.
final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced.
There's a moving platform right there, randomly behind them. This is kind of weird. Why is it like a 2D sprite of Sothless in the background? It kind of looks like a
As you can see,
Fire Emblem
you
3
team
House
up
or
with
Fire
the
Emblem
mysterious Sothless
Heroes
and launch an
like
attack together.
art sprite. Guys says, who the heck is Byleth? It's a Fire Emblem character if
Now,
you haven't
let's
picked on
talk
that
about the
up
color
yet.
variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
The female one's the best
However,
one.
the third
Hey!
colors are, as you can see,
Damn, that's
reminiscent of
cool.
sleeves.
It's those are
Those
literal
of you who
costumes of the
played
other
the
characters, and I love that they
original
actually
game, of
changed the
course,
hair
understand
to
what I'm
like
referring to.
accurately match the Three Houses
The
members.
sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
That's cool.
And the seventh and eighth variations
Oh, and that's
have a
their
different hair color,
legendary
which is
or
based
whatever they're
on-
called.
Based on something that occurs in the course of the original game story.
I think that's my favorite
Didn't we see
costume.
this variation in the final smash?
That's a perfect set of costumes for all of them actually. I really liked all of them. Okay, here's the Garreg Mach Monastery.
introduce
I think
the
it's
stage.
just a traveling stage.
For this
That's
one,
my
we of course tried to
expectation.
recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From
And
these,
they
we chose to have it
recreated it.
cycle through the marketplace, reception hall,
I recognized all
bridge,
these areas. They have the bridge and then probably the
all
cathedral.
in one stage.
It's okay. There's nowhere else
It's the
near.
type
I
of
guess the
stage
only
that
place that would have been
rotates
kind of
through
cool is
different
the
areas, such as
the
these
the bunk place where people
Let me
live.
introduce each of the guests that appear in these 4 areas.
That's cool. There's characters in the background.
The first area is the marketplace. I think
It
this
is
where a
weird
lot of
seeing. I
people come
mean,
to do their shopping.
it's weird seeing a game I'm so
guests that
familiar
appear
with.
here are students of the Blue
Like this
Lions
area,
House.
I'm
Dimitri,
very. I know
Daniel,
this place
and
like the
Ingrid.
back of my hand.
Not
So like it's weird to
Dimitri,
see it like slightly
Dudu,
different.
or
You know.
Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely
Like
from
these
the Holy
characters
Kingdom
like
of
just
Clark.
have a slight
Since
different
it's a
look to them. Like they
kingdom,
look
that
like
means they have a
softer
monarchy.
and
For
shinier,
that
you
reason,
know?
I guess you could
They're
say
more the
Dimitri
art style of
is a
Smash
king.
rather than
He
like
quite
the
difficult
Fire
one.
Emblem Three
He may or
Houses
may
art
not
style
end
where
up
it's
with
like
just
the
one
toon
eye.
shader.
He's
You
an
know?
unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but
You can break
you can
them.
break them, you
That's
see.
awesome. I don't. He's going through like every
If you
detail
do break
possible.
them-
I mean, admittedly, they all look really high
the
quality
stage will
detail.
expand to the left and right.
Can you walk off or no? Probably, maybe.
I wonder
I don't
where
know.
people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
My favorite guy.
You often pass through this area.
Quick
and find
shout out to
in
the
three houses,
gatekeeper in
and
the
you end
back,
up talking
please.
to him a lot. Moving through these areas.
Yeah,
is
okay, it
possible
is
thanks to
traveling.
This mysterious platform.
Whoa.
Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
Oh, it just goes up and just drops?
you'll come crashing back down.
Okay.
You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
Oh, and then we got our girls from the Black
And the guests in the
Eagles.
reception hall are Edelgard,
Is it always these said
Dorothea,
3
and
characters
Petra.
from each house, or is it like gonna rotate
Take note,
who's with
it's
the
not
house
spelled
leader?
Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire,
Maybe. I don't know.
and as such, they embrace their military might.
It is so weird
Edelgard
seeing them
is
in
one of the
Smash.
characters
It is
who's
so
central
weird.
to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go
Guys,
through
first
some
to check it in the
terrible
Fire Emblem, I've
ordeals.
always thought it was interesting. This is the one to start with.
You'll notice there are
Fire Emblem
prominent
Three
chandeliers
Houses
above the stage.
is like my personal
It's
favorite Fire
possible to
Emblem
knock them
game,
down.
and it's a great entry point for the series. It has like all the quality of life features of like
However,
simplicity,
Byleth can't actually
but it's also
reach
got a lot
it, even
of
though it's
new
their stage.
features that like
You can reach it with other fighters, though.
I don't know, that just
So,
make it
it's nice
feel
if you
more
can work your way up
modernized.
there by
Like
getting
there's like
lucky
more
and
of
getting
a
launched up, or
RPG
perhaps by
approach
using
to
another
this
fighter
game
as a
than
stepping
previous.
stone.
I mean, there is
There we go. You made it.
RPG elements in the
And
previous
you can
games
knock it
too,
down.
but like this one even more so. A lot of people compare it to
Also,
a
you can break
Persona
this table.
or
Like
yeah,
so.
Persona game, I guess.
Just
I don't
like
know.
the
I
song that
think
we
it's
including
definitely-
Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage.
If you can get it on
Break
sale
the
or
launch
whatever,
opponent's
I
into it at
definitely
close
recommend
range.
it. It was one of my one of my top games of the year last year, for
Next up,
certain.
the bridge.
Of the games that came
The
out
camera
last year
rotates
that
90
Nintendo
degrees,
published,
creating this
this is
long
probably my
area.
favorite.
It's very wide indeed.
Who's in the background on the horse? I think it's just a random knight.
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage.
Of course, Lorenz.
The guests
They
are from the
picked
Golden Deer,
Lorenz to
Claude,
show, of
Hilda,
course,
and Lawrence.
or Lawrence,
belong to
whatever,
the Lester
whatever.
Alliance.
Why'd they have to pick Lawrence? Hilda's looking spunky as ever. Oh my gosh, she's
Because
so
it's an alliance
cute.
of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Yes, the best
Incidentally,
boy.
both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached
Best
the
team,
17th
by the
game
way.
and are creating
Okay,
40
I'm getting
characters
really
for
tired
each
of
new
Sakurai,
entry,
so can we
you're
wrap
bound
this
to
up?
get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Oh my gosh, dude! In a
You could
four-player
also say
match
that
when
the
you're not
place
paying
of the Failnaught
attention,
really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
dude, people keep just spamming down thumbs in the frickin' chat. It's unreal.
The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms
Oh
you
my
can pass
gosh.
through.
It's like, Sakurai,
The
this
guests
is
that
coming
play
out
the
soon. Can we just,
cathedral
like,
are Seta,
figure this out for
Flame,
ourselves?
and Rhea.
So contrary to what it looks
Their
like, they're
Seta,
not all
who appears to
related.
have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Wow, those
All
like God
three
rays are
character
pretty
perks
pretty
related to their
ridiculous.
true identity.
Whoa, they put Palutena in the game? Oh my gosh.
I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being
Cool.
the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged.
And then it
It'll
goes back
cycle
to the
through each
beginning.
location in about 2.5 minutes.
And that's it? Oh, never mind. Are we gonna see? Dude.
Okay, today we'll
it's
have
a
a
squad
tag team
strike.
battle
Oh my
in Squad
gosh.
Strike with the DLC team.
The DLC team versus the Fire Emblem team.
That'll give us precisely 5 players per side.
No.
All right, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Why did you do that?
And Hero!
Oh no, all the characters are dying.
We really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here.
No, you gotta cheer for Terry.
But as expected, it's
Well,
going to be
Terry's
pretty tough battle.
obviously the black sheep of the DLC roster. Sad.
It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad.
I will say, I think
Bennigan's.
I bet you a lot of people are gonna feel like the Fire Pass did end on kind of a dud. Because admittedly, it went from, you know, like characters like Joker, Banjo, Hero, which I personally thought was really exciting. Because Dragon Quest, to me, always felt like made sense for Smash as well. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I put all 3 of those in the same category of hype and, like, excitement. Terry's where we first saw the first, like, controversy with the DLC character. And obviously, a lot makes sense why they chose the character at the end of the day. But I know going into this, a lot of people had expectations because, you know, a lot of people were frankly disappointed with Terry. And so the fact that they literally came back around circle and put in another Fire Emblem rep, I totally understand why people would be really upset.
There's Mom.
But the thing is, I'm assuming at the end of the presentation, they'll just say more DLC fighters coming. Maybe we'll get more information about it. Maybe they'll be like, hey, we'll just let you know later. Like, let us just finish releasing this character. And so at least I know that kind of saves the dev team from getting too much
I feel like the enemy might get
criticism, because like
they got it.
There's still a chance that your character could still make it in.
But they mustn't
like
give up.
no one's gonna complain that Byleth stole the last roster slot. When there's a potential of more characters coming earlier down the line, and my nose is like.
Now. What are you trying?
Sorry about that. My nose just started like clogging up. I think Byleth is like a great pick in my opinion. I think I'm actually really excited. I'm more so for this character than Terry, anyways. In my opinion.
Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this stage.
Just take him out.
I hit him.
You've got the Trump weapon. It's the hammer, baby.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
And he chose the female Byleth. I appreciate that.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Clip says, I think like everyone's bashing Hero 2 for too many sword fighters. Yeah, totally. But I feel like Hero was vastly different right off the bat. And I feel like Byleth is too. Like they don't play like any other character I've seen. Like while they are equipping another sword, all their moves, believe it or not, look unique enough. And there's what? There's like 10 different sword fighters in game plus. And the fact that this character swings their sword a little bit different than the rest, I appreciate that.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
More Fire Emblem songs to get copyright and strikes on YouTube.
We're also adding in a new spirit.
This is crazy. It is weird to see. Like you look at all the heavy hitting like new third-party representatives, and like the final slot is just a Fire Emblem roster or Fire Emblem
Sothis is legend class.
Spirit board. It is weird. It feels like it doesn't match, but it's crazy that like they have the guts to actually just put it in another Fire Emblem character.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Everyone's favorite. It's gonna be just probably Fire Emblem stuff. It'll probably be the 3 house leaders, right? And then maybe Sothis or something. Yo, this is where they announced the Ezio? No. Altair. What's Altair? Is that not who's Altair? It looks like Assassin's Creed. Am I crazy? Oh! Raving rabbits! No way, finally! You know what? I'm happy that they're not a full-blown character. A lot of people were kind of scared that they were going to actually do that. That's hilarious that they finally just made a Rabbids DLC hat. They're still coming out with new Mega Man characters? How are they not all in the game already? Well, this has got to be the last one. Except for, I guess, the Bottleneck character. What are they... Really? These characters aren't in the game already? This is like such a non-announcement. Why did Capcom do it like this? Whatever. Cuphead? No way! Dude, that's exactly a character I wanted for a Mii Fighter costume. That is so perfect. I literally talked about this in a video, making the Mii Fighter of a... Oh my gosh. That's so perfect. I love it. I literally... Perfect. I think we actually got some good Mii Fighters here. We got the rabbit hat, which is so hilarious. The shiny source goes Cuphead. No Mugman though, just Cuphead. And he comes with a song, so he's the obvious star of this this Mii Fighter pack here. Coming out January 28th. Oh, okay, so we actually got a while. Or at least that's when the Mii Fighters are coming out.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
That's cool.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume,
I love the characters that get like the special treatment like this. I feel like they're all like high tier announcements in my opinion. I mean, nothing's gonna top Sans. Nothing's gonna top Sans.
These as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
That's right. Stealing my job.
And now, onto the Amiibo.
Hey! Well, those are the ones that are coming out this week. Who else?
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good.
Dark Samus does look really cool.
Dark Samus,
yeah, that's at the end of this. That's tomorrow, actually.
On Friday, January
are we getting an announcement for more Amiibo? Probably not. 5 fighters join the fight. Okay, that's it. We made it to the end.
With the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete.
Which means
Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie,
it's like a joke. It's like a meme. I cannot believe Fire Emblem was the last series.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added.
But we're not done yet.
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start,
look how tired he is.
Intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
That is one thing to appreciate, that all DLC characters feel really unique and like have a lot of unique attributes to them, you know.
Don't simply make their attacks or their movements.
We gotta remember, like Banjo's in this game, like characters we never could have imagined finally made into Smash. Like we can't take this for granted. Like just because the last character ended up being a Fire Emblem character, there's a lot of cool picks
here. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but well. Have a look.
No, he's gonna announce another fighter pass. More than 1 or 2 then. He's gonna do a full-blown fighter pass. Oh my gosh. Sakurai! Whoa! That's way more! 6 more characters?
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
God. I cannot believe these guys.
Season, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros.
They literally doing it. Fighter Pass Volume 2.
It will be available for pre-purchase.
All challenger packs will be released through December 2021. We're getting 2 more years of DLC.
With development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
That's mind-blowing. I cannot believe. Well, you know what? That's kind of cool that they're actually like just laying it out and not just going piecemeal. I appreciate that because that was really what was successful about this first Fighter Pass. It's just we knew off the bat 5 characters. Now they're doing 6. I literally am eating my words because I'm pretty sure in a video people asked like, are there going to be more characters in the previous Fighter Pass? Apparently.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
Of course. Absolutely, Sakurai.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2.
It's going to be another Rex costume. No.
But this time, here's what we have.
I wonder what costume it'll be this time around. It's definitely a Mii Fighter. Just Breath of the Wild Link. Oh,
It's
the
a Mii
champ.
Fighter
That's
costume
cool.
for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda.
It's
Breath
kind
the
of
Wild.
whatever, but that's still a cool costume, I
This
guess.
will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Having, I guess, Rex is probably a cooler pre-order bonus. Oh my god, he just killed Rob. There's more?
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
Congratulations to Sakurai for creating the best
I don't
game
know if
ever,
it counts
honestly.
as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Sakurai just flexed on Street Fighter 2 there.
However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade version.
I think with the addition of Rabid, I don't know if it totally rules out a Rayman. I know a lot of people would probably immediately thought Rayman, but they're not really the same series anymore, honestly. Rabbids are kind of their own thing, even though I just called them Rayman Rabbids when I initially saw them.
It seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1.
They should to say the Rabbid before Rayman, but
Although,
come on, we
I
had
still
Mario
don't
and
know
Rabbids
if
Kingdom
can
Battle,
really
like
be
it made
called
sense.
just a fighting game.
And I'm glad, hey, at least happy it's a Mii Fighter and
I
not
feel
like a
it's
full
become
blown.
more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
This. It is just
Also,
a
I
celebration.
feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
No kidding. I can't believe
The
there's gonna be
first
6
Fighters
more.
Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me.
Poor
I plan
Sakurai.
to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Bye. I'm curious how much the Fighter Pass is gonna be. Is there any announcement of that? Probably not. And I think that's the end of it. Sakurai, you cheese ball. You little cheese ball. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. You know what? I'm satisfied. I think it's hilarious that literally the final DLC fighter is, of course, a Fire Emblem rep. It's hilarious because it's kind of, you know what? I said I wanted to be surprised, and I kind of at the end of the day was, because I wasn't really expecting a Fire Emblem character. So you know what? I guess they, oh, there we got a nice big error occurred. Well, we can just delete that then. I'll admit that definitely, here, let me just get rid of that so you could, oh, there we go. Bye. I said I wanted to be surprised, and you know what? I was surprised. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be surprised, and that's what I got. I mean, the fact that the final DLC fighter is actually just another Fire Emblem character is hilarious to me. But I think it's kind of a perfect arc for Sakurai. You know what? Because here's the thing. We're now going into Fighter Pass 6, and if the first character of Fighter Pass Volume 2 had the Byleth as the first character, I think that's where you'd get into some trouble. I think it was smart that they just did that for the final character here, and whatever big reveals we get for the following pass, that'll be as it is. It shows I was annoyed by the fighter, but the Cuphead Mii Fighter and the Rab made the direct better. Totally. Probably because it says at least Monster still has a chance. Yeah, or if it's not Monster Hunter himself, the felines or whatever. Yeah, I think it's definitely exciting going into this next 2 more years of Smash Bros. DLC. I think they're definitely going to tone down the release schedule. Well, actually, are they though? They had 4 characters come out last year. 5 characters come out last year, actually, because they had Plant. And this year we're probably going to get, well, there's 6. We have Byleth today. And even if they do 3, that's 4 next year and 3 the following year. So, yeah, they're toning it down a little bit, but we're still going to be getting pretty, quick. Yeah, Jack says, see you all in 3 months for the next Fire Emblem character. It is such a meme. But you know what? I couldn't have been more wrong. Like, I remember being so hard evidence that the Fighter Pass is going to be third parties only, and it would feel weird that the final character would be just a first party character, but here we are. Here we are. Brad says they are saving the game through Mii costumes. Totally. I think that they're taking the Mii costumes more seriously with like Sans and Cuphead as being the prime examples. I look forward to seeing more characters like that. It's ironic that they're both gunners. I would love to see a new swordsman or a brawler costume or, you know, like one of the other Mii Fighters. But it's still true that I guess Mii Gunner is going to be the most popular Mii for the next extended period of time anyways. I don't think anything's gonna ever top Sans as far as excitement for a Mii costume. But I think Cuphead is an obvious next pick if they're going to continue those kind of costumes. I'm still kind of processing what just happened. I don't know. I think it still turned out all right. I hope people aren't too hard on the development team for the fact that they literally is another Fire Emblem character and it's not potentially not the character you wanted. You still have 6 more chances to get the character you wanted. And I think that what's cool is it's kind of everything's on the table now. I was always under the impression there was no first party characters allowed, but we got a Fire Emblem character for the final Fighter Pass character. So I really think nothing's off limits again, and they really could bring in first party characters again for this Fighter Pass. So really it could be anybody. JP says Byleth is my favorite request. Yeah, I know a lot of people actually really excited for this character. I am actually too. I think Fire Emblem Three Houses definitely having representation in Smash, like, it makes a lot of sense. It is weird though, of course, the spirit board, you know, goes all these amazing brand new third party hits and then a Fire Emblem character at the end. But Jack says Shantae will be the next costume. I could see it happening. I'm surprised Shovel Knight isn't a full-blown costume. I mean, he's an assist trophy, but I'd love to see him as a full-blown, like, Mii Fighter costume, too. Yeah, wow. That was fun. I'm surprised it wasn't... I'm pleasantly surprised. You know, it wasn't a lose-your-mind kind of reveal like Sans was, like Banjo was. But I guess the context of this was different too. I mean, it's a 6 a.m. thing. There's only so much I can get excited for. There wouldn't be many characters that would make me lose my mind at this early in the morning. I think I got genuinely excited as I naturally would have intended. Michelle says, yeah, here's some other characters. Waluigi, Steve, Yabani, Gino, Rayman. Those are all great picks. Talgus says Elgard, though. I don't know. Bland choice, but I get the marketing behind it. The thing is, they could have chose Edelgard, but not everyone has an attachment with Edelgard. I mean, kind of. But of the characters of the game, the one that made them like the figurehead character is the playable character. And I agree, the other characters are more interesting. Just said, did you see the dislike ratio on the stream? I did not. Was it pretty bad? I didn't get a chance to see it. But yikes. It's pretty funny that they literally just went with just another Fire Emblem rep. But I think I'm going to start wrapping things up here. My final thoughts, I'm glad they just got it out of the way here. I really feel if they did it when we see an eventual Nintendo Direct, I think it was very smart for them to, yeah, Brad says it's okay in the DLC one. Fingers crossed for Sora, even though he's unlikely. Jack said, I'm not even mad, just disappointed. Yeah, I think that's just like the general consensus of a lot of fans right now. That they're just kind of like, okay, really? And I can get it. But, I mean, at the same time, Sakurai said, hey, if you're disappointed your character's not here, you got 6 more coming. Like, you really can't be mad that there's going to be literally more characters in the next Fighter Pass than the one we just barely got. At the same time, though, we did kind of have Piranha Plant, even though technically he's not part of the Fighter Pass. He kind of felt like he was, because to me, he was a free pre-order bonus. He might not be for other people, but he felt like he was part of the pass anyway. So it is kind of just feel like another 6 characters again, which is great. Exactly, yeah. Giamatti's like, if very wanting, but we'll get 6 more. I think it's, hey, we should at least appreciate the fact that this Fire Emblem rep is not another Marth clone. It definitely plays differently than any other Fire Emblem character, but yes, it is just another Fire Emblem character. I think characters like Sora or Gino or like a big hit like that could, I don't know, perhaps just because this is kind of its own presentation thing, maybe they're saving those heavy hitters for later, or maybe they're still working up the details of getting that the licensing for that fighter DLC pass. JP Hall says, any guesses for the remaining 6 characters? Those 2 I think are definite contenders. I know people were still championing Doom Guy or a Master Chief, which which would be hilarious if Master Chief or something along the lines of that actually ended up coming to be. I don't know. I think I need some time to think about it. I'll definitely be doing another video talking about like the future of Smash and these next remaining characters that we're going to be seeing. It's crazy that we're going to be getting it for the next 2 years. They're going to wrap up by 2021. Like, I'm going to be an old man by then. We're going to have Animal Crossing for a year, almost 2 years by that point. Like, that's the mind-blowing thing. That's a while from now. But I think that's smart. Because it's like, just keep... New Smash is not coming anytime soon. Keep Smash relevant for the next 2+ years, and continue if we're going. Jack says, I want Jammer for Smash. Just add me in as a Mii Fighter, baby. Speaking of which, I know some people were wondering if Custom Mii Fighter will be coming back. I actually will be making another episode soon. I was a little bit under the weather this past week. That's why you can obviously see I'm coughing and deathly ill. But I figured to let you guys know here that, yeah, I do plan on bringing an episode back. I don't really know what series to do just yet, but I think you guys will be excited because I know a lot of people have been asking for that. Anyways, I think that's kind of about everything I want to talk about. I think it's, and we got to, oh yeah, last thing I wanted to mention was, I think it was very smart of them, I think it was smart of them to have the Fire Emblem cast be the last DLC fighter of this pass. And I, dude, guarantee once we see the full roster of Fighter Pass 2, people are going to compare Volume 1 to Volume 2 so much and be like, which is the better deal, I bet you the pricing for the third one might be $30 instead of $25. $5 for that additional character, I guess, seems fair to me. Because I think if you bought Piranha Plant in addition to the Fighter Pass, that's like the same price as buying Volume 2, potentially. I don't know. It would be weird to see someone save file where they bought just the second pass and not the first. Then again, you can buy characters piecemeal, so perhaps you can just pick and choose what characters you actually want anyways. But anyways, I definitely expect them to be doing a full-blown Nintendo Direct at some point within the next week or two. And I think getting Smash out of the way was smart. So then when we go into this next Nintendo Direct, no one's asking for Smash and no one's talking about it or expecting Smash. Because I think Nintendo's realizing they need to level expectations when it comes to Smash. Like for the Terry presentation, they said Terry's the only thing we're talking about. Stuff like that. And I think that going forward... Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the next Nintendo Direct, but realistically, the focus might be Animal Crossing, maybe Xenoblade Chronicles again. They might show off... I mean, the biggest thing they maybe could show off is a Breath of the Wild 2 thing, and I think that's the focus it needs to be on, is those kind of games, and not be like people just, completely bugging about Smash, Smash, Smash. Giovanni says, I think Fighter Pass 1 was worth it for Banjo alone. Dude, any of those characters was worth it. The Fighter Pass was worth it for just a single character, honestly. Like, to me, I think my favorite was... Even though I don't like playing as Banjo, I think the most impactful reveal was Banjo, in my opinion. But I think the character that ended up being the most fun to play might have been Hero for me. Or Joker. I don't know. Regardless, I think all of them were really... Yeah, Nano's here. Just say, let's go. Yes. I don't know. Yeah, so I think it was smart of them definitely to just get Smash... Even though, like, it's not coming out till the end of the month. We're not going to be getting, like, this actual release of this stuff for a while now. So I think it was just smart to then just have Smash be its own thing so then they can focus on other things and then prep to ramp up for the first character of the second Fighter Pass, which realistically, if I had to predict right off the bat when we're going to see the first character at all, I'd hope it'd be before E3. And I feel like it would be because, I mean, at least, like, if we're looking at the timeline of last year, Plant came out January. And then I think Joker was April. So if then Byleth comes out in January, we could maybe see an April-May release. Or probably May if they're delaying a little bit. So then potentially we'll see we'll probably see something before E3, and then we'll get probably a big reveal at E3. I don't know, actually. I don't know what the timeline's going to be. Or maybe they're going to hold off everything until this E3, and then they'll start ramping up production throughout the following, whatever. Be especially when we stream Minecraft at some point soon. Like I don't know just when yet. I've just obviously, like I mentioned, I've been since getting back in town. I've had a pretty gnarly cold, so I'm just waiting till I get actually healthy again. But anyways, I want to thank you guys all for hanging out with me this morning. I think I'm gonna go lie down, maybe get some water. I'm pretty tired. But I really appreciate you coming out. It was a lot of fun. So thanks everyone for coming out so early in the morning, and I will talk to you all very soon. We made it. The final fighter has been revealed. Jack says, I really hope the next fight won't be too long. It might be a little while. I mean, this character was actually quite a while before we got anything, since, you know, we saw Terry. So I think it might be a while before we see the next fighter. So thanks again, everyone, for showing up this morning and hanging out with me and watching alongside me. I really appreciate all of you guys. And I will catch you again very soon. Thanks again, everyone. Bye. How do I end this thing?